Welcome to IV360. In this video, we are going to solve the 7th and 8th problem of Mathematics Standard Level Paper 1 TZ1. Okay, so let's start. So the 7th question and the first problem is a particle P starts from point O and moves along a straight line. The graph of its velocity v meter per second after t seconds for 0 less than equals to t less than equals to 6 is shown in the following diagram. So this diagram is basically representing the particular velocity graph. The graph of v has t intercepts when t is equals to 0, 2 and 4. So you can see at this particular point 0, 2 and 4, this is some basic basic interpretations that you need to make before you try to solve any type of problem. So at this particular point 0, 2 and 4, the velocity is becoming 0. So velocity is becoming 0 at this particular point 0, 2 and 4. So from this particular line we are trying to get this data. The function st represents the displacement of p from O after t seconds. Okay, so no problem there. Each and every point is elaborated. Now, one very important thing that you need to remember before doing this type of kinematics problem, that is displacement, then from here velocity, from here acceleration. These are related in this particular format. So if displacement is noted by fx, then velocity will be f dash x and acceleration will be f double dash x. So basically acceleration is the derivative of velocity and velocity is the derivative of displacement with respect to the time. Now if we try to get velocity from acceleration, what we need to do? And this is like in this way it is going. So if we try to go from acceleration to velocity, then we need to do integration. So this small theory portion you need to remember all the time. It will also help you in doing some physics problems also. So from displacement to velocity to acceleration we need to do derivative, and from acceleration to velocity to displacement we need to do integration. So in this way this problem will be there. Now read this particular part. It is known that P travels a distance of 15 meters in the first 2 seconds. It is also known that S2 is equals to S5. This will be needed in the next problem, and integration 2 to 4 v dt is equals to 9. Okay, now we will do this part, problem A, and find the value of S4 minus S2. So we will take this particular thing, integration 2 to 4 v dt is equals to 9. Just see this theory. Velocity, if we integrate velocity we will get the displacement, okay, or the speed also. The displacement we will get from here. So and the distance, as you can see, so the distance is there, this is displacement, or also we can see distance, but if we say distance here it will be speed, not velocity. So in this way, okay, no problem there. So from here we can write it is from 2 to 4 is equals to 9, and as you know, if we integrate velocity we will get st. So st here it is denoted as s. Here you can see the function st represents the displacement. So here st is the displacement. Each and every point from the question you need to read. So here you can see the displacement function is st. So now we can write from here, that is s of 4 minus s of 2 is equals to 9, because upper limit minus lower limit is equals to the answer. So s of 4 minus s of 2 is equals to 9, that we need to find out. So the answer for this is equals to 9. So this was a very simple problem. Now we will move towards the next question, B. Here you can see, find the total distance traveled in the first 5 seconds. So here the second analysis is given. this is 0, this is 2, this is 4, and we can say 5 is almost here. So this will be the area of 5. And as we already know, as we already have dealt with this part, that distance is equals to integration of velocity. So if this is the relation, then obviously from the first two particular part we can get the idea that it is known that P travels a distance of 15 meters in the first 2 seconds. So this area under the curve is 15. 0 to 2, the area under the curve is 15. Just recently we found out the value, that is S4 minus S2 is equals to 9. So area under the curve from 4 to 2 or 2 to 4 is 9. Just we need to find out the area of 4 to 5. Now you can see, if we try to find out the displacement from 4 to 5, that is 4 to 5 VDT, it will give us the negative answer, as this is in the negative region. This is the negative region. So to make this answer positive, what we need to do, we just need to change the integral. So if we change the integral from 5 to 4 VDT, then this particular area will be positive, and we need the positive value, or we for calculating the total distance, we need absolute values. Okay, so from here we can write the total distance is, so total distance is equals to 15 plus 9 plus integration, as we need the absolute value, so it will be from 5 to 4 VDT. And already we have done, so 15 plus 9 is equals to 24, plus already we have done the part that if we try to do integration of velocity, we will get the displacement. Now the displacement function is st, so s of t from 5 to 4. So from here we can write 24 plus s of upper limit s of 4 minus s of lower limit s of 5. Now see the question here, s of 2 is equals to s of 5. So at the place of s of 5, we can replace it with s of 2. So 24 plus s of 4 minus s of 2. So from here we are getting 24 plus this value we just have calculated in the first problem, that is 9. So 24 plus 9, so equals to 33. So the total distance traveled after 5 seconds, or for the first 5 seconds, is equals to 33 unit. So in this way this problem is done. Now we will move towards the next question. Okay, let's start. Let the function fx is equals to 9 minus x square, x belongs to the real set. Find the x-intercepts of the graph of f. So x-intercepts we need to find out. Just we need to for x-intercepts, at x-intercepts, just a simple theory, at x-intercepts the function becomes 0 provided x is the independent variable. So here x is the independent variable because the function is f of x. So x is the independent variable, so obviously we can do that. So to find out fx equals to 0, so now we can write 9 minus x squared is equals to 0. From here we can write x squared is equals to 9. So we are getting x is equals to plus minus root 9. So ultimately the answer is x is equals to plus minus 3. So the x-intercepts are plus 3 and minus 3. So the first problem is done. Just you need to remember the theory, that is at x-intercepts the function becomes 0 provided x is the independent variable. Okay, so this you need to remember. Why I am mentioning the x is the independent variable? Because the function must be for x. Okay, if the function is for y, then obviously at y-intercepts the function will be 0. Okay, so that is another problem. I am not discussing that, but you need to remember at x intercepts the function becomes 0 if the function is x dependent, okay, or x is the independent variable. So let's do the next problem. So this is the graph of fx equals to 9 minus x squared. This is the graph of the particular function. Now what we need to calculate, rectangle PQRS is drawn with P and Q on the x-axis and R and S on the graph of f. Let OP is equals to B. So this portion is B. So obviously this portion will be also B. This is also B. Now just imagine the part here, the coordinate of P is B comma 0. So if we try to find out the coordinate of S, then we can find out the value of this particular distance we can find out. So to do that, what we can do here, we can calculate f of B. So if we calculate f of B, we will get the coordinates of S. So let's find the coordinates of S. So it is 9 minus B square. So as the function was f of x is equals to 9 minus x squared. So f of B will be 9 minus B square. So for coordinates of S, we can write the coordinate is B comma 9 minus B square. So this height, this is 9 minus B square, and the complete from Q to P is 2B. So now we will find out the area. So the area of PQRS is equals to, it will be QP into QR. We can just multiply these two particular thing. So QP from here to here, as you can see, it is 2B into QR. Just we have deducted 9 minus B squared. So from here we can write 18B minus 2B cube. 2B cube. So area of PQRS is equals to 18B minus 2B cube. It is proved. So this problem is also done. This was also a very easy problem. Now the next problem we will do. Hence find the value of B such that the area of PQRS is maximum. Here you need to understand two small topics that I will discuss in this video. Okay, so let's start. The area we have found out, the area that was 18B minus 2B cube, that we have found out. Now find the value of B such that the area of PQRS is maximum. So ultimately, if this is maximum, if we need to find out this maximum, so we need the extreme points. Okay, we need the extreme points or the critical points of this function. So basically we can write it here as a of B because the independent variable is B. So a of B is equals to 18B minus 2B cube. So what we need to do, we just need to find out a dash B is equals to 18. Just here is B, so B will be omitted, minus 3 will be here, so 3 into 2 6B square. So for extreme points, a dash B must be equals to 0. So from here we can write 18 minus 6B square is equals to 0. So from here we can find out 6B square is equals to 18, or B square is equals to, or B square is equals to 3. So we can write B is equals to plus minus root 3. Now we need to determine whether the plus value of B will be there or minus value of B will be there. In some previous video I have already mentioned, to find out the maximum value or minimum value, we need to calculate the double derivative also. So a double dash B is equals to, a dash B is equals to 18 minus 6B square. This is the equation number 1. We will use equation number 1 here. So for a dash B it will be minus 12B. From here 6 into 2 12, so minus 12B. Now we will check a double dash. We will check the double derivative to find out the maximum value. So a double dash of B, at b equals to plus root 3 is equals to minus 12 into root 3. So this value is less than 0. So for this case, a double dash b is less than 0. So at b equals to plus root 3, the function that is a of b has maximum value. This we have deducted. Now one more part we have, just check this also. A double dash b at b equals to minus root 3 will be plus 12 root 3. So this is greater than 0. So at b equals to minus root 3, no max value of AB we will get. So from here we can write the value of B for which the area of PQRS will be maximum is, so now we can write, so at B is equals to plus root 3, area of PQRS is maximum. Okay, so in this way this problem is done. Also you can, if you forgot the double derivative check, what you can do, you can just see the part that is, if we use a b to be minus root 3, then you can also check the values, like for plus root 3 the value, for minus root 3 the value, you can check the values also, but the proper way is to check using the double derivative method. Okay, so let's go to the next problem. Okay, so now consider another function gx equals to x minus 3 whole square plus k, where x belongs to R. Now show that when the graphs of f and g, and the f is this, okay, I have just put that so that you can understand this properly. Show that when the graphs of f and g intersect, this will be the equation. So if f and g is intersecting, it means the two graphs will be equal at that particular point. So we will just calculate the equal part and the problem will be done. So if we calculate it to be equal, so x minus 3 whole square plus k is equals to 9 minus x square, because at this particular point f and g is intersecting each other. So these two graphs will be equal at the intersection point at f and g intersection. So at f and g intersection, this is the condition. So now we can write x square minus 6x plus 9 plus k equals to 9 minus x square. So from here we can deduct 9. So it is 2x square minus 6x. The complete part we are taking to this side. 2x square minus 6x plus k is equals to 0. So as you can see, simply just if you know the condition that at intersection point two graphs will be equal, the problem is done. It is a very simple question, just at intersection point the graph will be equal. So this is proved. Okay, so this is proved. Now what we will do the next part. Given that the graph of f and g intersect only once, find the value of k. So f and g intersecting only once, it means if f and g is intersecting only once, then the discriminant is equals to 0, or we can say del equals to 0. Now the formula for discriminant is b square minus 4ac. Now see the part. In the previous problem we have solved that at the intersection point of f and g, the equation is 2x square minus 6x plus k. So 2x square minus 6x plus k. So this is the part, and the discriminant must be equals to 0. So if the discriminant is becoming 0, so now just compare the part here. B is equals to minus 6, A is equals to 2, and C is equals to K. So from here we can write if del is equals to 0, so b square minus 4ac equals to 0. So now we will put the values of this. So 6 square minus 4 into value of a is 2 into k is equals to 0. So 36 minus 8k is equals to 0. So k is equals to 36 by 8. So from here we can write k is equals to 4.5. So now if at k equals to 4.5, the graphs of f and g intersect only once. So this problem is also done. Thank you for watching IB360. In next video we will try to cover the complete paper. Thank you.